Recording.
Welcome back to SSDV. This is your host, the big, the buff, and the black, Young C. I'm gonna let the rest of the crew introduce themselves.
You sound like you got a dick up your ass.
I'll put one in yours.
Whoa.
No homo.
Yeah, no.
Too late for that.
Pause. Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, this is TJ, light skin, very white.
He got that long pipe and he's ready to excite.
You should know.
Damn, I couldn't even finish. He finished it. So,
No, I shouldn't know.
So I'll pass the mic.
All right, well, Clint's back. I'm not letting him jump in and say some gay shit on one of my bars this time. So we'll keep it. You were talking about sucking dick and busting someone's eye and some other shit.
Those are DMX lyrics. Okay, those are DMX lyrics.
So Clint's back. I'm here. You know how it goes. I'll pass it over because I'm not gonna rhyme shit. 'Cause something gay is gonna happen.
I don't got much to say. I'm a cat, and that's that.
Oh shit, she about to get a hit.
Oh shit.
No one. I hate y'all. Well, anyway, let's go ahead and get started with this shit here, alright? So, in case y'all haven't noticed or haven't, heard anything of this right here, Alec Baldwin's in a bit of trouble due to, blasting the girl inside the face with a fucking loaded gun. I'm doing the story no justice. Clint, would you mind explaining the story? Because you know a little bit more about this than I do.
So, evidently, on the current set of
Rust?
Yes, current set of Rust, Alec Baldwin's newest movie, he was practicing cross draws with a firearm that was handed to him by the production crew and told it was a cold firearm, which is supposed to mean empty of all shells that are able to go off. So no blanks, no live rounds, no nothing. And what a lot of people don't understand is the guns that fire blanks in movies are technically real guns. If it's like a fully auto or semi-auto, has to be modified slightly in a way that lets it cycle. But in a movie that's in the Old West that has revolvers where it's all mechanical action, where your physical strength is the thing actuating the gun, you don't need these kind of inhibitors. So the gun really is no different than a live firearm. It's essentially the same gun that would have been used in cowboy era. You would just put a bullet in it that shoots flame instead of a bullet to make it look like you're doing something. So evidently they handed him a gun, said it was cold, and while practicing his draw, evidently pulled the trigger and managed to shoot the director of photography, killing her, and the bullet passed through her and into someone else. So clearly for it to travel this far, it wasn't just an accidental blank accident, because there was an incident, I don't know the movie off the top of my head.
The Crow.
No, that was a different one. That was different than what I was going to say. The Crow was a different circumstance. That was a gun that had someone tried to shoot a regular bullet out of a blank gun, got the bullet jammed in the barrel. So when the blank went off, it forced the barrel and the blank equipment out enough that it went into Brandon Lee, killing him. But no, I meant there was another incident.
Bruce Lee?
No.
Brandon Lee, his son.
Yeah, Brandon Lee, his son. But there was another incident where a guy on a movie set had a gun that had actual blanks in it, correct blanks, nothing was wrong with the gun, put it to his head and pulled the trigger, being funny because it was a blank, but blanks still release a lot of explosive energy.
As they do, because,
you have an explosion and it killed him because it was, you got hit in the temple with it. So there's a history of this in Hollywood that goes along with not having knowledge of what you're dealing with or being handed. But in Alec Baldwin's case, he was told at face value the gun was completely empty. So not even the blank. That was the point I was making. So he didn't even think that danger was at hand. He thought it was a completely empty gun that you could just click, click, click away on. Nothing was going to happen. Was practicing his cross draw, pulled, shot, and unfortunately killed someone and wounded someone else. And how far you want me to go with telling the backstory on this?
We'll get to the backstory in a quick second, but I just want to focus right now on the fact of the matter is that we did a podcast before, and I think, Kit Kat, you were here for that as well. We did a podcast on firearms, right? Or were you not? Were you not present for that one? She wasn't here for that one. Oh, I'm sorry about that. You missed out on a good one. But the thing is that during that podcast, I proposed that how they're trying to do all this banning and shit. That rather than doing a ban for all this bullshit and whatnot to prevent these accidental deaths or whatnot, one of the better things they should do is I want to say, something of a mandatory gun safety class. Because if you're thinking about this right here, you want to save as many lives as you can. The easiest way to save lives as far as these gun deaths are concerned is through mandatory gun safety classes. Because if he was actually trained up and not so anti-gun, just think about it, like, rule number one in picking up a firearm, TJ.
Never pointed at someone?
Exactly. Rule number two, check to make sure that shit
Rule number two is technically keep your finger off the trigger.
But
But down the line is in typical gun safety, you wouldn't be pointing at someone. You would have confirmed the gun you were being handled was empty, and you would keep your finger off the trigger until you were ready to fire it.
But the thing about it, though, is that you follow just one of these fucking rules, and no one's getting shot.
That is true, but wouldn't that be the job of the prop master to check that, since he is the actor?
So you want to know what's funny about the prop master there?
Well, I heard it was the assistant director.
Clint, would you like to explain?
Technically, the armorer on station, which was the person that was supposed to handle the firearms specifically, was new to the job and didn't really know what she was doing.
Yeah, it's a 24-year-old girl that, in my personal opinion, only got the job because she was fucking somebody that was there.
Yeah.
Because as soon as I heard everything that went along with it, I was like, something's wrong here.
It felt like they were cutting corners somewhere.
No, and then it gets further into it where even I'll let him go a little bit further, but I was just gonna say I'll agree with that, because even as someone who is around guns consistently, as more and more truth came out, I got more and more concerned about what I was hearing, where I was like, nothing in this should have happened ever. But yeah.
No, the point that I want to make about this before we continue on is the fact of the matter is that a life could have easily been saved if the people that hate these guns, as they say,
which Alec Baldwin is a super proponent of gun control, but also is in a movie about shooting people
on multiple occasions. So it's just one of those, like, okay, wow.
Which, I mean, you can make your argument on whatever, fantasy versus reality, etc., etc. But at some point, you have to understand that the item you're using in the movie is that thing, and if you feel it's that dangerous, you should understand that it's that dangerous.
You would think that person would have things set in place to make sure.
If
he's so strong, feels so strong.
If it's that dangerous that I feel that strong about it, I should know enough about it to make sure I'm not dangerous with it.
That's to me common sense. Like, if he's only hating something because he doesn't understand it and he doesn't want to try to learn it. He's just like, oh, I don't understand it. I hate this. I killed someone and I'm scared and I don't like this. But I'm not going to take the time out to learn so I can never do that again. What I'm going to do is tell people to ban it so that way I don't have to deal with ignorance. That's pretty much all he's campaigning.
It's fucking stupid. Like,
and considering that's a gun from like the 1800s, and I called it was a 45 long Colt. I knew it. I knew it before it came out in the news from the era they said the movie was in. I was like, oh, that bitch got shot with a 45 long Colt. No wonder she's dead. But
and then it's just common sense, though. Like, if you're practicing, right, you're using a gun. Why would you point it at someone?
She's behind the camera, so they're practicing for.
The thing was, the worst part was,
somebody tells you something. If you don't double check, you're a retard.
He doesn't know these.
So
rules.
the problem at hand was that was my first thought actually as well.
About guns. That's just common sense. I'm not going to sit there and point it at someone.
Well, I think he had trust in the person who gave it to him to tell us cold gun.
Bro.
Yeah, that.
But take from the place of ignorance.
Exactly.
It's like you paid this person to know.
Right.
At that point, you're like,
but exactly. He didn't take the personal responsibility, but someone that should have been trusted told him it was a cold gun. He should have taken the personal responsibility, but he didn't because someone was paid to know better than he knew because he didn't want to take it.
Even Will Smith knew better than that.
Of course he did. But that's neither here nor there. The point was that was the first thought I had, was in a scene, maybe it was like a first person, you know, or second person, whatever you want to call it. You're pointing the gun right at the camera. But from my understanding of reading multiple news articles and everything, it was during a complete practice session, just practicing how his draw would look. They weren't actually filming at the time. There was no reason for him to point it right at the camera and pull the trigger. So it seems like he was practicing his draw, saw someone, maybe was trying to be funny and be like, bang, and the shit went off. Like, for real.
So being reckless, being an idiot.
Essentially.
So in other words,
exactly.
Negligent discharge that could have been avoided.
And that's what I was saying, because he was practicing his draw. It wasn't like he was pulling the trigger. When you draw your gun, your finger is not
It should not be
the trigger. You're just drawing it. So the fact that he pulled the trigger automatically makes him
I pick up Windex bottles with trigger discipline. Are you kidding me? Like, yes.
Yeah.
And then I read in an article that they used the gun for target practice.
Yes.
earlier
That's what yeah. So
I was like,
that
I was reading a couple articles.
that was
but at
actually-
point, I was like, if you already know
that was my next point, actually,
Right,
which was
yes.
the biggest flaw I saw that really had me shook on why in the fuck you would consider doing that. So evidently the crew was taking the prop guns out, loading them with real ammo out in the desert, and shooting like beer cans and shit, which I had to read an entire disgusting article of CNN telling me what plinking was, which was
very obvious.
which was like, plinking is like when you shoot cans for target practice because it makes a plink noise, and they had to have like 3 paragraphs explaining. Well, I just explained to you in one sentence, but I was just like, yes, I understand.
Like when I took archery, they put an apple on my head.
You are trustworthy son. I didn't know.
I would have fought everyone in there.
Well, like I said, I did it once.
But
Got it again.
so they were out there having target practice, and I'm like, why in the fuck in a movie set where you have all these guns that are still capable of firing live ammo? Because like I said, there's a difference between the revolvers and the semi-autos. Not saying if you put the live ammo in a semi-auto that's set up for blanks, it's going to blow up in your hand and you're going to be the one that's going to have a bad day. It's still dangerous, but I'm just saying these guns are literally no different from the functional firearm. The term prop gun is bullshit. These were guns that they should have had blanks in them or dummy rounds. It was not a prop gun, it was a gun. The difference was the ammunition they were putting in it, and they decided to mix up the ammunition because they wanted to go out and have some fun in the desert. Like, what in the fuck is wrong with you? Like, that is so many safety violations. Like, even when you're cleaning a gun, you're not supposed to have live ammunition on your station while you're cleaning it. No magazines loaded, no live ammunition, so you don't accidentally shoot yourself in the dick or shoot someone else, some other awful shit happening. So the fact that you had a bunch of guns with a bunch of live rounds mixed in with bullshit rounds on a movie set where people are going to be knowingly pointing guns at each other to get the scene, what in the fuck is wrong with you? Why would you do it? Like,
Dude, speaking of fucking shooting up your dick.
And my question then is, like, in this day and age with all the CGI, all the extra sounds you have to put in afterwards, did you really need
it saves so much money by doing it the old-fashioned way. It really does. And I thought of that too. It's
like once you look back and see like the kind of history.
But the thing is, if basic safety was followed, they checked the guns properly, and they didn't go out there and be idiots.
Yeah, they didn't go out there plinking. They didn't.
Like, why would you do that, though? Like, as fun as that is, you are at your job site. It's time to be professional. Stop fucking around. Why is there live ammo anywhere near a gun that's labeled as a prop gun? That is how people end up getting hurt. I mean, it's as simple as that. There should be no place for live ammo on that set, period. Because obviously not everyone there is going to know as much about guns as they should. So therefore, you need to eliminate the risk by getting rid of the live ammo. If everyone there was a gun nut, loved guns, and could tell as soon as they picked it up by the weight, these ain't dummy rounds, like, I'm gonna flip this out real quick, y'all gave me a loaded gun, that'd be one thing. But they're not. They're actors. They're paid actors. They're paid to act, not to know what a loaded gun should feel like.
Keanu Reeves knows.
there are actors that know. Just like the first thing I told
John Wick, who's a real life person.
Yeah. The first thing I told you was I bet Bruce Willis would have done that shit. And it's just like Keanu Reeves wouldn't have done that shit. That was your answer. But the
Batista might have.
Batista probably would have.
But no, my man's, bro.
Nah.
But the point I'm getting at is that when you know you have a weakness there for the safety aspect, why are you mixing these things up? Someone's getting sued. Someone might even go to jail because where in that do you think that's a good idea?
Somewhere, I don't fucking know. But man,
where do you get this person that doesn't know guns to be checking the guns for the fucking ammo? I guarantee you they get paid more than I'm getting paid.
Dude,
I'll go out there and check the fucking guns. I know what live ammo looks like. Shit.
There is so many point of contacts for this firearm before it reached Alec Baldwin's hands that there's no way in the world that it should have been messed up. And then, like I said, the fact of the matter is that since he was so anti-gun, he didn't want to learn shit about guns, that he just broke all the fucking rules immediately. Just by
exactly. Which, as soon as you're handed a cold gun, you should also verify that the gun's cold.
That's what I said.
Exactly.
Which
is, and by the way, since we're talking about this idiocy, people kill people, not guns.
I mean, we've
right. So, with that being said, why are you?
I'm about to say, if you guys,
banning guns isn't going to solve anything.
So I just want to let you guys know that if you guys have a hard time believing that people kill people, not guns, just put it to you like this right here. 2 of us at this table carry guns on a daily basis, and yet our gun hasn't gone out and just say, "Alright, I'm Pistol the Petey. I'm gonna go blast somebody for you."
It's like, oh shit, is that the assistant director of photography? Wow! God damn!
No, I just want to also say that it is tragic that she lost her life and everything else like that.
I mean, because it was completely avoidable. That's the thing.
Yeah, it's very tragic she lost her life.
Which it's like if someone would taken the basic time to think about the safety of the thing they were working around, it's like if you were doing Fast and the Furious and you put someone who didn't even have a driver's license to check the safety of the car before you had the actors get in it. It's like, what in the fuck are you doing? Oh, someone crashed into a tree and died. Yeah, bitch, because you didn't fucking check the car properly. What? Anything with a lot of power, whether it's a car, a gun, etc., that can hurt someone demands respect, which means you need to understand what you're dealing with, which means the person or people in line, including the final person taking ownership of it, should have some basic understanding of the power that they are in control of.
Yeah. So
I might be an asshole, but everyone that got hurt deserved it because they were all idiots. So.
That's a direct.
I wouldn't say that.
No. My thing is this. I was always told, you want to do something stupid, you deserve to have the consequences. If that means you're in the fucking 6th grade, all right, then shit.
But I wouldn't say she deserved it for his
net.
I feel like he deserves it.
He deserves it, not her.
Not her.
No, everyone does. Everyone does. Because everyone was careless. Everyone. But you're not going to sit here and tell me she was just an innocent bystander who had nothing to do with anything, and then she just got got.
I wouldn't say that. I don't want to say that because she was just filming. She wasn't even, out there on the set fucking around. So that's on him. That's on.
I mean, I'm sure I wouldn't agree with her on a personal level.
I'm not sure I wouldn't agree with her on a personal level.
But at the same time, like I feel like as being like assistant director of photography, nothing in your job description puts you to where you should have been dealing with that gun.
Yeah.
Like that's not even her sector of.
So. And trust me, I would love every chance to jump all over people. You know I would. Mm-hmm. And I still don't feel like she deserved to get got like that. No. And I guarantee you I wouldn't agree with her as a person. I guarantee you she would hate me as a person and contradict everything I have to say about a lot of things. But I still don't think that she deserved to get shot like that because I don't think she had anything to do with it. And really her job description didn't have anything to do with keeping them safe. From the crew that was fucking with the gun to the armorer to the prop master that brought the gun to him to Alec Baldwin himself who should have checked the gun. Those are the people that were responsible for that weapon up until that point.
Yeah, that's right.
So all of them are dumbasses. If one of them had if the armor had gotten shot by the gun that she didn't check,
that'd be funny.
That'd be kind of funny. Because as an armor, you should have known that wasn't the fucking dummy round. But it's a little bit fucked up. But at that point, yeah. But as director of photography, I have to take another side completely opposite. Like I said, I know that bitch wouldn't have liked me, but
all I'm hearing is excuses.
I'm just saying she wouldn't like me, but I don't think she deserved to get shot that day.
But no, so anyway, with that being that, only tips I want you guys to take from this right here, even if you don't like firearms, go get at least basic gun knowledge on what you gotta do to handle one, and that'll be that. All right, so on to the next.
And make sure your kids have basic knowledge. That's the important thing.
You see a lot of kids get guns and all of a sudden the parents are dead. I'm like, wait a second, why were they within reach?
Well,
that goes on.
Yeah, no, that's a whole thing.
That's another set of guns and be
I was going to say that's probably falling on deaf ears because 90% of the people that even listen to this will be like, oh, okay, and then not care enough and not do it because that's extra work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're telling them to learn about something they're not either going to have or care about, and then you're expecting
when you're
kids too. No, when
they're in the police station for mishandling or for a negligent discharge, that's when they come back to this. Dang,
when you're a kid,
90% of those people won't be in that situation. So I just think
okay, but that comes down to the fact that you want to be that 1%. You want to be the 1% that your kid goes to their friend's house that you didn't know that their family had all these guns in the house, and your kid finds a gun and shoots and kills another child because of it? Or do you want your kid to know simple shit? If I see a gun, I should tell an adult. I shouldn't pick it up. I shouldn't point it at anyone. Simple shit. I'm not saying teach the kid to be John Wick. I'm just saying tell him if you see a gun, it's a dangerous item. It's nothing to be curious about. Ask an adult. That's it.
I do agree with the fact that if everyone was like John Wick, the world would be a better place.
Yes, I agree with that too.
All right, so check this shit out, right? As we all know, there's lots and lots and lots of double standards when it comes down to
life in general.
Life in general, yeah. But the one that I want to focus on here would be in the department of weight. All right, so as you all know, there is a movement going on where you can't quote unquote fat shame women and everything else like that, right? Mm-hmm. We got fucking Lizzo and all the other fucking chunky monkeys out there doing whatever they do, right?
What is this sick obsession with Lizzo, man? This comes up every week.
Shut up. Let me explain.
They don't pay attention to attract
women. You got her attractive, huh? But no. So what I'm saying is this right here, though, right? And I find it to be a wild double standard for the simple fact of the matter is that if a male is very fat, women take every opportunity to fuck talk all the shit they can't talk about this motherfucker. But if a male were to talk shit about a big woman, they are considered to be devils.
Well, you do also have to understand that men as a whole don't give a fuck. Women are the only ones that care. So with that being said, if you're basically not even being an asshole, just being truthful, it's a problem because you're not telling her or her group that she's involved in what they want to hear. Because in my opinion, you can be big all you want to. That's cool. People will find you attractive. But don't expect me as a person who has a preference to tell me that if I don't find you attractive, I'm a horrible person.
See, but that's the thing about it, though. It's just like, all right, so listen. You go on the internet, go on the profile of a big boy with a shirt off or whatnot, see all the fucking comments about them roasting this dude. You go on the profile with a big girl, see all their comments about how they're praising her. It's a wild spectrum, if you will.
That's because a man no one gives a fuck about your feelings.
Well, that and then two, I feel like women as a whole need to feel validated for who they are, and it doesn't matter what size you are. You can always find someone that's into you, whatever the fuck. Whereas if you're a dude you're fat, you're probably not going to meet anyone. You're probably never going to get a girl, but
well, there's a whole section of women who love the big and tall. So.
I mean, yeah, but you know,
that goes into like fetishizing things. Or, that's a whole other section.
You beat me to.
I was like, go there with that.
And then you also got to be tall.
That is shit.
What if I'm short like I am and fat like I am?
But that leads me to
also
my
like body shape
statement
as well. Because
that
can be the same weight, but if their shape is off.
have realistic expectations when it comes to what is attractive and what they know they can get versus women. Women have unrealistic expectations about what they want, what men find attractive, and they don't have a grip of reality. And reality is Halle Berry was the finest woman on the planet for centuries, right? She is universally attractive, right? So that's what's universally attractive.
To you.
Stop hating.
No, to millions of dudes. Notice I said dudes. So, with that being said, Lizzo, I don't even know who the fuck this is.
Just say somebody else. Say somebody else.
Because now you're going.
Say Rosie O'Donnell.
Ew.
Well, she got kids, so apparently somebody knows.
Ew.
And that's what I'm
I think she's
who's
both.
thick?
I think she's both. I'm not sure. I don't know her life like that.
Who's thick?
Who's thick?
Yeah, who's thick? Give me a name, because I don't.
I don't know any thick motherfuckers like that.
You don't know any thick women?
There's your Lizzo.
Yeah, no, that's not what I want.
That's not what you want?
No,
you wouldn't want that?
But she's fine as fuck, though.
Who?
Ashley Graham.
Who is Ashley?
Who the hell is that?
Like
Hey,
the number
who's
one
Ashley
plus
Graham?
size model in the world.
I have no.
I've never
clue
heard
who
of
that
Ashley
is.
Graham.
Wow.
Oh.
Does she do porn?
She was the first plus size woman on.
Does she do porn?
No.
Damn.
Oh, there's
She
this one
gets married
chick.
to a black
There's this
man.
one Spanish chick. Oh, bro, she's thick as fuck, but she is so fucking fine.
I can't think of any.
I would say Ashley
But she's a porn
Graham.
star though, so that.
Okay, Ashley Graham.
Bro, she is. God damn.
Show me what Ashley Graham looks like.
She is
She's the number one.
attractive.
Yeah, no, that's a
Bro,
whole.
that ain't no my dick.
She is super attractive.
Oh, yes. I follow her every post.
Bro.
Shit.
God damn. But anyway, like I was saying, Ashley
let her
Graham,
sit on my
she's
fucking
an
face.
anomaly when it comes to plus size.
She can sit on my face.
But it's also go back to body shape because she has the hourglass shape. Even at her weight, it's still proportional.
Yeah, but not a lot of women are shaped like her.
That's the thing.
Oh,
Show me.
God, she is so.
Show me.
Told you.
Show me. God damn it! I want to see what she looks like. My wee can't take this
There's
no
a
more.
reason she's pregnant with you.
No, hold on.
You can't go for men's home.
That was about to get real weird real quick.
You might want some shit you don't want to see. No.
Damn, she is fine. God.
That's why I was just.
Okay.
I can show you a couple more wine here too. I love steak.
What you need?
But then again, actually, when you think about it, she's not the size we're technically talking about.
No, she's
Because-
definitely not. We're talking about lava lamp looking bitches.
Whoa.
No, we're talking about women that are more on the thicker side than her. Because she's like, Ashley's more
She's
like
like
the
the
Indian.
Indian-
But
Yeah.
she's like that. She's that proportional thick though.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like there's people who look the same way, but they look completely different.
But
Yeah.
I want you guys to remember now, Clint is a part of that Thick Thighs Saves Lives movement there. So, that's all of his alley.
But, and that's what I'm saying.
And this is why.
Still, no
The
matter.
search histories.
No matter.
My search histories.
Let me see.
Oh, fuck.
All right.
Oh, fuck. Oh, my God.
Where you going to see your
No. I was gonna say, like, no matter what size you are, there will be somebody that's interested in you.
Hell yeah.
Think about it. There's people married on 600-pound life.
Yeah, exactly. But with that being said, it shouldn't be like a universal standard. So you shouldn't give a woman hope when realistically she's not going to find what she's looking for. So basically what I'm saying to you is you can't take a 400-pound woman and put her on the front of a magazine and think that she's going to get a dude with a six-pack who has a Spartan lifestyle and, you know, model looking like Thor and expect him to be like, oh my God, you're so beautiful. No, that's not. So that's an unrealistic expectation.
Yeah, so what TJ is trying to say, 1s and 9s don't mix that well.
Yeah, pretty much. It's
only
just a
6s and
matter
up.
of
Wait, 69?
There
Who said
are
that?
7 million people in the world.
There are.
Yeah, and like I said, somebody will like you. Just don't expect everybody to, and don't expect people to be like, yeah, you can have anyone you want, because in reality, that's not the case for most people.
And don't be mad when people give their opinion, because
exactly.
That's the biggest thing right
and
there.
I feel like, specifically talking to Lizzo, I feel like she has low self-esteem because it feels like she's trying so hard.
Tries too hard
and
to
then
show
when
off.
things backfire, she goes and like, oh, you did this. I'm like, no, you put yourself in that position at that point. You opened yourself up for this response.
Yeah, so it's literally just one of those things where like, all right, listen, you know, if you're gonna be about that life or whatnot, be about that life. Have the confidence to you know, stand your ground and do what you have to do. Have the confidence to know, all right, this is me, this is who I am. Hey, baby, I'm perfect as is, baby. You want to come lick my coochie? You know, be able to do that. Mm-hmm. You know,
actually, you only got to do one thing. Be accountable for your actions.
No, what I was actually going to say was the false confidence.
Yes.
People read that like nobody's business. For you to come out there and say some outrageous stuff, like, oh yeah, I can bag Drake and all this, that, and the third, and everything else like that. It's like,
well, the person who did bag him, I still love. Like, really?
But that's the thing about those. Just one thing, like I said,
it's not what you think.
When you sit and you look at it, though, a false confidence. People read that really quick. After about 4 or 5 encounters, if that confidence ain't real, we pick up on it. Mm-hmm. That's just that. But I did want to ask you the question, since we are on the subject of, you know, big people or whatnot. This goes for men and women. Do you guys believe that what do you guys think about body positivity?
What is body positivity?
As in, you know, no fat shaming or anything like that. But you know, it's one of those things where, you know, if the person is big or whatnot, you have to speak to them like, oh yeah, you know, we can't talk bad about your weight. We can't, you know, tell you that your weight is bad for your health and things like that.
Fuck that. That's what I say.
Fuck that.
I make fun of my fucking self for being overweight because I know I should do better and be more healthy. And if I can make fun of my fucking self, then get over it.
So what are you saying about the line now?
It's a thin line to cross. Because at the end of the day, you don't know their doctor's history. You don't know.
I mean, yeah, if there's a medical thing, I mean, that's a whole another story.
Yeah.
And I am going to tie this back to Lizzo because I follow her a lot. And I know she's big, but like a lot of people are like, oh, you should be eating healthy. I'm like, she is vegan. That can go both ways. Eats healthy. She works out every day.
Ways, huh?
In the last 2 years, she has lost 50 pounds.
And she's lost weight. There's no denying that. You won. Like, it might not show it, but like she is doing the thing that people are like, oh, still rocking on her. I'm like, if you follow, like, she's documented this all down. Lily. It's not like she wants to love herself during the journey as well.
Right.
One thing, like when people say like I'm still like she works out more than I do. I'm like, god damn.
Okay, but here's the thing.
It's like you don't know what people are doing behind it. You can say that, but you don't know what they're actually doing.
Yeah,
like you don't know if they're working out. You don't know if they've tried this and it's working. They've lost weight and gained it back. And I've known people who lost 100 pounds. Next year something happened, they gained 50 back.
Jesus Christ,
sugar. Listen.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I do know people. And I know their routine, I know their regimen, and they're just being lazy. Not everything is medical. I do understand what you're saying, but that doesn't go for everyone
But you
else.
made it a point where you know them.
Yeah, I know them.
Yeah, that's a big point right there.
Yeah, exactly. So what I'm saying to you is, even if, you know, they're overweight or whatever, the people that make fun of them usually know them, unless they're in the spotlight, right? So more than likely, the person talking about their weight is a friend, family member, whatever, right? So it comes from a place where it's not just being mean just to be mean.
I don't know. It's
okay. Well, you know,
they're all pieces of shit.
Different strokes for different folks.
You know, if the purge ever happened, they're number one on my list. Like, no, I know exactly who the first one to kill it. Sugar Bricks, I'm coming for you. Keep going.
Okay. But anyway, anyway, like I was saying, right? What I feel like most people don't understand and can't even fathom is if someone says anything in the form of criticism, whether it's helping them or whatever, they can't. They're too emotional. They take it as, oh, they're making fun of me, so they're horrible people, versus, wait, I am overweight. Wait, I am unhealthy. Wait, I do need to do something. And I know so many people that say, I want to change, I want to do all this, I want to do all that, and don't do anything. Right? So, for those public figures, I don't know what they're doing. I only know what the people I know are doing. And I'm talking about them specifically, and what I'm saying is, I should be able to say whatever the fuck I want to say, and you understand that it's coming from a good place because I know you, right? If you're talking about a random person on the street, I don't know them. More than likely, I'm not going to look at them because they're not attractive to me. So I only pay attention to what's attractive to me or what I love. And if I don't love you and I'm not attracted to you, you don't exist to me. So I'm not going to just be like, oh, you see that fat kid across the street? No, I don't care.
Why are you jumping and laugh so fast?
Because no, it's one thing. I was like, dude, who the fuck does that? Look at that fat guy over there. Nobody does that.
Right? No. It's funny, too, because I think the only time weight actually comes into, account is when they're trying to go for somebody they shouldn't be going for. Or when they're trying to do things they know they shouldn't be doing.
I'm about to say, the only other time that I can think of is when people are on the internet where they have the ability to do so from far away, where there's no consequences to the words that are being said. So that'd be about the only other time.
And to be honest, it's like most people that make fun of you on the internet, they're probably nobodies anyway. So the fact that you're even paying attention and getting emotional is retarded to me, because you don't even know those people. You don't see those people.
So what I'm going to say from the male perspective, and I know that I'm not all men, because I'm every... Anyway, what I was going to say was this
that
right
was
here.
super
right?
gay.
Shut your... So what I was going to say is this right here, right? When I have friends of mine that are big, now mind you, letting y'all know right now, I'm a big boy right now. All right, I'm a big boy. But when my friends start getting bigger than what I'm used to seeing them, I start poking fun at them. If you don't believe me, ask TJ. I want to say about 2 years ago, he was starting to get big, and I started making fun of him. I started calling him pudgy and all types of crazy stuff. And guess what happened after I did that? He started losing weight.
Well, then again, I am a man, so I don't really care.
No. So what I was always going to say was this right here, right? My buddy Javon. To this day, I still talk to him about me losing my weight. I used to be 220. As of right now, I dropped down to 187. So that's pretty big in my personal opinion.
Wendy's will get him back up in a day.
Shit, yes it would. But no, I was talking to my boy Javon and whatnot. Until this day, despite all the weight I have lost and whatnot, a similar thing about what my weight is, so on and so forth. First thing he sends me back all the time. Dang, nigga, you still fat as shit. You fat son of a bitch. You over there sweating out that bacon grease? Or whatever the fuck it is.
Oh, it's some disrespectful shit. I've been in there and heard it.
So it's literally just one of those things where it's like, for the male perspective and whatnot, that ain't nothing but something to laugh at and motivation. Because at the end of the day, it's like, all right, I'm going to show your ass, motherfucker. I'm going to show your ass. But I'm curious to know what it's like from the female perspective when it's just like, oh, yeah, what is it like?
I would say we're more emotional creatures, so we take things a little bit more deeply. Like, I know me, I felt, even though I realized in myself, like, my freshman 15 turned into a freshman 50 real quick on that cafeteria food. I don't know what they put in there. I don't know. And now the people make comments like, I know, I recognize, I don't really have the resources to try to change with all this schedule and stuff. I'm going to figure it out. But when it's just constant, it kind of, I would say for me, it's like, I'm an emotional eater. So if you graduate me constantly, I'm just going to eat more to push down the feelings of knowing I'm already in this state. Seeing for me from like my senior picture to this picture, I'm like shit, and then I'm in a place where like I was.
I recognize that shit very well.
And to me, like, I was gaining more weight because I was more, because then I was like, okay, not only I notice it, you notice it, but you're constantly telling me. So I'm like, now it's in my head constantly, and now I feel like I'm kind of blocking my own self out from things I could be doing because I'm so caught up on what everything else that is going on, what you're saying versus me actually doing something. Because I kind of went into like a small depression in that point. I was like, I'm really looking like this. I'm really in this place where like going up the stairs is now out of breath, and I used to be running miles. So it's like,
why can't I turn Super Saiyan?
It's like you get so deep inside yourself at that point, you feel like there is no upwards from that.
So as far as that goes or whatnot, needless to say, for us dudes or whatnot, making fun of each other motivates us to get going. What would motivate you to get going if that was the thing?
I would say like something we're doing, like me and you know we're doing now. Like instead of you bragging on me, ask me to join you to work out. Like be more not saying but doing. Be like, hey, if you have time, we can go to this class. We can go. Let's just go for a fucking walk outside.
Right.
It don't make it feel. I feel like now you feel like exercise is you have to exercise to lose weight until the exercise just to feel good.
Okay.
Like exercise, you can walk a little bit. Like you have. It's mental.
All right, I got you.
Like they got it somewhere. Like the diet culture is so much. Like here's an easy way out, but then 2 seconds later,
there is. All right, so for everyone out there that wants to lose weight and whatnot, just letting y'all know there is no such thing as an easy way out.
Nope.
I've learned that the hard way. Hashtag Herbalife.
Yeah, I tried.
Yes.
Yeah, you have to actually put in the work for it. There's no easy way out. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Yeah. So before we continue on with this right here, we're gonna go ahead and move on because we've been on this piece for a good little bit here, right? And with that being that, I'm going to go back to something that I think it was either you, Kat, or TJ that said this, that, no, I think it was you that said there's like 7 billion people or something like that. It's a ridiculous high number of human beings on this goddamn on Earth, right?
Too much.
So, with that being that, are you guys aware of the women to men's ratio being about 17-1?
Yes.
Right? So, that being a question, do you think that, how do I want to put this here? Do you think that there's too many women for a man to only have one? Basically, do you think that it's okay for a man to have more than one woman? Or, go out there and do naughty things?
I feel like in this one, because I am pro polygamy, I feel like it's always about communication. Mm-hmm. You have to be open and honest. Because again, look, there's people with sister wives, 5 women to women.
I'm so happy I'm not the only one here with that. Thank God.
Oh, I've been watching that. Utah as a whole. That's an interesting thing. But I just feel like it's big communication. And like there's people, even on other people, there's people who are very open to it. Yeah. But you have to be open and not deceitful.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing on that one. I know a bunch of people like threesomes, foursomes. They're all for it as long as they're all on the same page.
Yeah. So, what about the fellers here, other than myself, because reasons?
Well, I don't have anything wrong. I don't see anything wrong with the idea of a person having multiple partners, whatever, because you have to, I guess, look at what you want out of life. You have to look at, what makes you happy. You have to look at yourself and know that, will you get bored with just one partner? Are you the type of person that needs attention from multiple places? You have to do what's best for you. Me personally, in an ideal world, I can do everything I want to do and have both the women I'm infatuated with at the same time.
No.
But
no. You're not allowed to have her.
Shut the fuck up. Anyway.
She's taken by Spider-Man.
Yeah, shut the fuck up. No, she's not. I mean, she is, but she's not. Shut up.
You would have to fight for that one.
But anyway.
Besides,
goddamn.
this is a part of my little cult here, so there's that.
Yeah, no, you will die, nigga. You will die. Anyway. It all depends on who you are as a person, what you're comfortable with, and like Kat said, communication. As long as you're communicating and you're not hiding things, I think hiding is what causes most problems. Because if you're open about, most people, let's be realistic, most people aren't open about what they truly want. right? So they want to have their cake and eat it too on a low. But if you're open and honest, you will find someone that's down to
Clown.
There you go, down to clown. And
Down the clown and ready to get that pound. You know what I'm saying? Make the cheeks clap, make the shit ring, and you guess what? When she comes, she gonna sing.
Mixtape Low Flake, October 30th, dropping. But yeah, I don't really give a shit. Me personally, I can't see my girl being with another dude. That's a no-go for me. As far as being with another girl, you can be with as many girls as you want to. I don't care. I mean, yeah, it's a double standard, but at the end of the day, it's just, for me, I'm the one penetrating, so I can't have another person penetrating.
Well, what if they penetrate you as well?
No, fuck no. Fuck no. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit.
You left it wide.
A double-headed dildo works in a man's ass.
No, I'm not into that. Nope. I'm open-minded, but not about that. Nope. Hell no. My asshole's remaining closed. Not open for business, bruh.
He says that until he falls asleep and wakes up with something waiting.
No. You will die.
Why would I die? What is it gonna be like?
Because you the one thinking me.
It's just a pinky finger.
No, hell no.
We all know who it would be.
Nope.
Put your pinky fingers in his moon.
Nope. I have a safe word, and there's no butt play with me, bro. Y'all can do what y'all want to do, but I ain't about to do that. Nope.
Wake up to that condensed milk.
Oh no, that's a whole nother story. But, yeah, no.
It is a whole nother story.
I mean, I don't. To be honest, I don't see anything wrong with it, especially because as a man, I'm a visual creature, so I always. Not always, but I mean, if I do see a bad female, I'm gonna look. I'm gonna be like, God damn. I mean, I'm a fantasize, So
You gonna look at like, baby, let's go get it.
I mean, the chick I end up with, yeah, she might, but yeah, I don't care one way or the other. As long as y'all have fun and y'all be honest, that's it.
All right, Clint. What about you?
I mean, I agree. Simple as that. Like the open honesty is the paramount thing. I also agree with what TJ said, where I couldn't see a girl I'm with being with another dude. But
I think that's just a man thing.
I mean,
it's a man.
But at the same time,
I'm sorry. Let's because I want to be very specific when I say this.
Okay.
It is a straight man thing.
Super straight.
There we go.
Super straight, yes.
As for the bi people, everything's a little bit open.
Yep, damn straight. I mean, I'm not bi, but I'm straight, super straight.
He's bipolar.
Actually, I do feel like that sometimes.
Yeah, a little bit.
So you are.
Why would I buy you a gay ass teddy bear, bitch? I'm already bipolar, or whatever the fuck that line was. But yeah, no. I mean, communication's key. At that point, I feel like if I'm in a relationship with you, that if anyone, I know someone's going to hear this at some point, it's going to get a kick out of this. I will take one for the team and not do it because I'm in a relationship with someone who doesn't want me to do it. Like, it's not like I'm going to do it behind someone's back. If there's communication involved, I'm not opposed to it, but I'm not going to do it behind anyone's back. I wouldn't have a woman doing it, and I also would not. Let's start Xing shit off before this gets weird. No double-ended dildos with another man.
No rusty trombones.
No rusty trombones. No trannies posing as women that end up fucking me or be fucking them. Let's put that.
What about Peg Him 2020?
What?
2021 now.
Well, no comment.
Hey.
So let me ask you a question. Let me ask you guys a question.
Yes.
I'm not gay.
I am.
I think it's too late on that verdict.
Yeah.
We all know you are. But anyway, so what would you do if your significant other cheated on you?
Why the fuck should cheat on me? So, all right, so
sometimes people.
My current one will never cheat on me, so I'm gonna let y'all know that right now. And I'm saying that out of fucking pure boldness, right? But the other ones I've had, every woman I've been with, aside from my current one, I want to go ahead and say, and my ex Jeanette, everyone aside from them two has cheated on me. And I'm trying to figure out, there might be one more out there, but I can't think of anyone. Anyway,
What about the one in California?
who the fuck is? So we were never really a thing.
What about the one that swam to Japan? Oh wait, that wasn't me. That wasn't you.
But no, so fucking with that being that, every woman that I've been with, aside from those two, that can be on top of my head, has cheated on me. No ifs, no ands, or buts about it. And what I've done in those situations is, bye, bitch. Deuces. Good. Have yourself a good time. However, if you still want some dick, let me know.
Yeah, you know what?
That's what it's been for me every single time. But it's literally one of those things where, like, you know, once that trust was gone, once you broke that covenant, I'm done with you. Like, I have nothing to give you but some dick, maybe, depending on who you are. Because there's one girl, Paula, I hit her out 2 more times afterwards, and I was like, yeah, I'm not giving you a dick no more. And then she got mad at me, sent her boyfriend after me, and it was like, okay, that was a whole story. Dude, I kid you not. So check this out, right?
Her ass looked like a sack of potatoes.
Whoa!
It was terrible.
It was one of those things like doesn't matter. It was lumpy. It was like a half sack of like regular rustic potatoes, and the other half it was like mashed potatoes in the middle of being mashed with the milk still there. So it's just like, what the fuck am I fucking here? So it didn't have the regular ocean.
Can you help
flow.
me out of this somehow? I think I'm having a stroke.
It looked like expired Frosted Flakes. But anyway,
check this out, right? So this was this dude. His name was Cody. That was Paula's boyfriend at the time who wanted to fight me over her. And I was just like, dude, you can fucking have her. She's a fucking whore. I don't care.
Whoa.
Secondly, there was a dude, I want to say his name was Jose or some shit, like some Spanish kid or whatnot, that wanted to fight me because I ended up hitting another girl. What the fuck was her name? Priscilla. And he's been wanting to hit Priscilla for fucking years, and he's mad that he didn't do it, but I did. So what they ended up doing was they got together because they both know each other because they both smoke weed with each other or whatever, and they think they fucking hard gangbangers. They got together, but because they were afraid to come at me, they went to TJ and tried to convince him to kick in my ass.
Tall, light skin.
No, they asked light skin, Barry white hair. It came to it, hey, yo, you know, nigga Yancey over here on some bullshit and so on and so forth. He said this, that, and the third about you. Yo, we should go beat his ass. TJ politely declined him. I think there was a threat or two mentioned in there, and they never fucked with him nor me again. So, that's just that. I find it to be about 20. I got way the fuck off topic. Anyway, what would you guys do if you never got to cheat on you?
To answer your question, I think because I come from such a broken household from cheating, like I've seen 3 marriages devolve, kids from the side, the whole nine, 50,000 siblings. I could not. It would be a end deal right there. Because I've seen, he cheated, let's try to go do counseling. Oh, he cheated again. It's a surprise. It's not a surprise if he did it once. More likely will happen again because you haven't really absorbed what was the core reason why in the first place.
Okay, so with that being said, what would you specifically do?
Would you chop his dick off like Lorena Bobbitt?
Would you try to get closure, yell at him? Would you be violent? What would you do? I'm curious.
It ain't nothing to cut that bitch out.
You know what? I would cuss a person out. That would be me. If we were living together and stuff. I'm that person that will, even somebody who was sleeping on my couch and he was sick one day and I told him not to be sick in my house, and it came back and he was still there. He went to band practice, all his stuff was out, and I sold his TV real quick. I'm that person.
Okay.
Your stuff will be gone. Never hear from me again. Some people might show up to your house. I will admit.
So what?
In my honor, just to make a point.
Okay.
As my mom said, the villagers will show up
with pitchforks and torches.
Because when you date me, there's a statement like, if such and such happens, this is the result. You know this now before going any further.
Yeah. Okay.
So like after you break that, it's up in the air what happens to you at this point.
Okay.
I know what TJ would do. TJ would walk in there, videotape it, and watch masturbate, and then kick him out.
Actually,
he's done it before. I seen him.
No.
He invited me to watch with him.
No, that never happened.
That's some bonding activity.
That's how you know we're close. We watch this girl get fucked 6 times. each other.
So for me, once you cheat, it's kind of done. If I'm still fucking with you, I'm just fucking you. 9 times out of 10, if I'm dating you, then more likely I'm gonna still want to fuck you. But I would change the locks. Matter of fact, even if I caught you in the act, what I would do is I would let you finish and then be like, let you finish. I'm not watching. I'm not masturbating.
How would you know they're finished if you're not watching them?
This nigga right here.
Just because
look. I would let them finish, and I'd be like, all right, my nigga, y'all cool. So can you get her shit? And I'm changing the locks, and she can go ahead and block my number, and she's gonna be living with you now. So thank you for taking my stress away. And I'll holler at y'all later. Just make sure y'all have y'all stuff out by in the next 30 minutes.
What you gonna do if he get brawling while booty butt naked and try to fight you?
Punch him in the dick.
You really gonna put your bare fist on his bare fist?
Or it might be covered in cum juice at that point. But
why do you always come up with situations that just are extra for no reason?
Just imagine he just grabs you and all of a sudden you're like, oh, your dick is supposed to be getting off me.
Look, that
First of all, what would be his reason for grabbing me?
He mad that you caught him in the act. And now you have to. Now you sitting in her. You're burdened with him. Now
What dude would be mad because they got caught in the act?
He is. He's mad as hell. Like, oh, I can't believe you caught me. I'm gonna fuck you up now.
So you're telling me.
Or if she told
you know dudes that cheated and got caught while they were cheating, and then they got mad.
She could have told him she didn't have a boyfriend at all.
You see a lot of things in life.
I mean, there's
a lot of scenarios.
There's a lot of shit, which is why I would do statement redacted.
It's like yes. It's like this. Like if a woman caught a man cheating with another woman, 9 out of 10 times she's gonna beat up the woman first.
No, actually, what I see the opposite. What she does is
I'm gonna cut your dick off.
No, what she does is goes after the man first, and then if she catches the chick on her line of sight, then she might stop and be like, "No, come here, bitch, wham, wham," and then go back to wham, or like Yancy says, he'd be like, "Mink, mink, mink, mink."
Oh shit, that nigga on that Leorio shit.
But to me, first of all, if you're cheating as a dude, why would you get mad that you got caught? Like, I don't. Okay, you getting upset that you got caught.
Wait,
you fucked up your relationship. That's one thing. But you get mad and attack the dude that caught you.
He's a booty butt nigga. He wants to fight you.
Why? What would the reason come from?
Because he's naked already. What you gonna stop him?
Because he's naked.
What you gonna do?
Stop a girl?
You gonna stop him?
Wait, this is going on.
Why would I stop him?
That's what I'm saying.
That's not my girl.
I still say the only reason that would fucking happen is because he didn't know that she had a boyfriend and he thought he was her boyfriend. That's the only reason that would fucking happen. That's the only fucking reason. There's no reason that he would think that I'm fucking a girl with a boyfriend. He gets caught with the boyfriend. He is sneaking the fuck out and hoping he doesn't catch the fucking hands. He's not starting it. But if he has some miscommunication, misconstrued bullshit, he might be trying to fucking wreck the dude because he got fucking sold a lie.
So
in the meantime,
where is this sex taking place?
I mean,
it's at her apartment.
Yeah, her apartment. Bitches lie about anything. What the fuck are you talking about?
Okay, but with that being said, if you look at the apartment, you would notice some of the dude's stuff. So I'm confused.
As my girl EVE says, love is blind.
Yeah, there's that dick blindness. No, I'll agree with that. But
that's just being retarded at that point.
And who said they're not?
Yeah, for real. Come on now. What's the thing?
Because how are you not observant?
3%.
How you?
Look, I have.
Would you really be? Would you really be that surprised though that someone was that retarded not to like take the signs?
Again, there's 7 billion people in the world. There's
like
you're right.
Yeah,
you're right.
I'm about to say, come on now. Let's take somebody we know in person that ruined their marriage over signs they should have been avoiding and whatnot. Like, dude, she fucked a Blackfoot dirty nigga that hasn't seen a shower in 5 fucking weeks, and you still want to hit that. So, like, you get what I'm saying here.
Maybe choke while I'm spitting.
That's what she was choking on, a little dick.
How was she choking on it if it's little?
I don't fucking know. Maybe it's a tomato nuts got stuck in her throat.
It was from the caustic taste is why she was choking.
It tastes like fucking battery acid. That's what.
What the fuck does battery acid taste like?
His dick.
It's like when you. It would be like if you took some really old chicken and rubbed it on your tongue and stuck a 9-volt battery on it. That's the only thing I can.
That's what you can properly explain.
Okay.
But yeah, so as we have confirmed,
Before we got derailed, I would let them finish and tell them that they need to get the fuck out and all their shit in the next 30 minutes, and let her know that she ain't talking to me unless she wants some dick. The moment she starts talking about the conversation, about getting back together, she gets X'd out, blocked permanently. I don't want to talk to you no more. That's it.
it's that Long Beach Griffey shit.
We'll get into that in a minute. I was thinking about that already.
But like to go after the other person that they cheated with, to me, is idiocy. Because at the end of the day, if I'm with a girl and another nigga finds my girl attractive,
She better be woman enough to speak on me and make sure that shit ain't happening.
yeah, exactly. If she entertains that, that's not my girl.
Okay.
One, and then why would the dude be like, "Oh, she's taken. I'm not even gonna look at her." No, that's not how dudes operate.
Hell no. If the girl comes out, yeah, I'm taken. All that means is
That's
challenge
a challenge.
accepted.
Exactly. I'm about to say
And
that's
I'm
a
gonna let
challenge.
y'all know this from my experience because I've fucked a few women that have had men. I mean, I just talked about how Cody was mad because I was fucking his girl, even though I fucked her. Neither here nor there.
Right, that's the circumstance where someone gets fucking pissed, though. But
But dude, he was pissed. He wanted to fight me, and I said, "Let's do it." He didn't want to do it, and it's like, okay, whatever, kid.
But yeah, that to me is stupid because they're not the one that cheated. It's a dude
Yeah.
accepting sex. That's it. What he's gonna do? Say, "Oh no, you're in a relationship."
Yeah.
No.
Motherfuckers be getting
Dudes
mad
don't.
at me.
that's also true.
Straight dudes. If a woman is attractive, and you know they're equally
Take notes.
attractive
Is
to each other,
attractive. We had this kind. We're not getting into all that,
Dudes
but
are gonna be like, "No, the fuck, the fuck." The only time
Even
a
if she
dude
ain't
would say,
attractive.
the only
No.
time a dude would say no is if the girl that was trying to come on to him was the best,
busted
his
as
best
fuck.
friend,
Oh.
or his brother, or whatever. Family.
What if she was in the
Hey,
booty butt naked,
look,
pussy glistening, legs spread, get this pussy daddy?
What? Wait.
But she wasn't attractive.
Hold on.
This is a very important point.
Wait,
And
what?
she's attractive.
No, she's not attractive. She's not. All right, go. Say your shit.
She's in your room, booty butt naked, legs spread, pussy glistening. Come
How
fuck.
did she?
But you don't find her attractive at all.
I don't find her attractive.
That pussy glistening and your dick is already hard because you
Your dick isn't hard.
Your dick is already hard.
How? Why would my dick already be
How
I'm
hard?
trying to. You were sleeping and you woke up, her pussy wet and glistening, booty butt naked, and she sucked your dick and now she's sitting in your dick. And you woke up to the woman with her pussy in your dick. Do you continue?
First of all, how does this shit even happen in your mind, bro? Like,
Because I set you up for fucking.
Half of that happened in real life. That's the fucked up
I
thing.
set you up for fucking failure.
He's watched
you,
he's
bruh.
watched too many scenario porn.
Oh my god. First of all, if she's unattractive, she's getting the fuck out of my room.
I'm gonna hold your arms and legs down so that she can do this.
All right, so
What the
all right. Let me ask a question then. If we're doing random banter, we've already been derailed. Let me ask a question. What if someone rope-a-dopes you in, like just like pulls you along on a trip,
Okay.
on a situation,
Hey,
with
hey, I already know where this is going.
with someone you don't find attractive, but
Somebody shoot themselves in the story.
you don't mind the person. You just don't find them attractive. It's not like you have beef with them. You just
okay.
don't find them attractive. And you're like, all right, cool. And then you realize the other person that pulled you along for the ride is super attracted to him. You're like, all right, cool. The person may or may not have said, I would sniff her anus to someone at one point in time.
Yeah, that's a weird person. I don't know who will say some shit like that.
But you start realizing that you being there seems like a real third wheel situation. And so after the purpose that you were supposed to be there for is over, you're trying to go home. You follow me? And then at every turn when you're trying to leave, it's blocked by the guy of this. What would you start thinking is trying to happen there?
It's time to Eiffel Tower that bitch. That's what you do. You Eiffel Tower that bitch. Alright?
So I have a two-part response. One,
Eiffel Tower the hoe.
My friend is trying to get me to have a threesome with a chick that's unattractive. That's a no-go for me. One, actually, this may be a little bit shallow, but I don't hang out with people I don't find attractive. So,
Okay, but it's like
I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. I don't hang out with women that aren't my ride or dies.
Wait, so you telling me I'm not attractive, nigga? Is that why you changed it?
All right.
I
said
just
women.
said women.
Okay.
Nah, first you said I don't hang out with people that's not attractive. And then I guess I'm not attractive. You hang out with me, you had to switch it up to women, huh?
He just said
Find me attractive. Tell me I'm attractive.
Bro.
Tell me I'm attractive.
you hit on him enough.
Charmaine's not here right now. I don't need you to be here, please. Okay. Secondly, he wants to smash her. Clearly,
With you.
that's a no. That's a no. You can smash her alone.
What if he roofied you?
okay. That wasn't.
It is taking
That-
a turn.
That better not have been part of the fucking story.
No.
Kool-Aid, so.
First of all, I would leave immediately, and then if he tried to stop me,
Okay, well, the excuses were very like friendship related excuses. Like it wasn't like sexual shit.
Here's the thing:
The person might have been a little bit naive at the time. There's some shit going on.
You in to stay.
All I'm saying is this right here, though. Y'all need to Eiffel Tower that hoe.
No, if she's not attractive, no.
Hater.
No, because accidents happen. If that chick were to get pregnant,
By you, I claim it's yours.
hell no. Fuck no.
And
He was about, bro.
exactly.
Bro, he was really going to throw you under the bus.
Allegedly. Yeah, no. And no, the whole thing was like, oh well, this seemed like this bitch would do some questionable men and make rape charges. 5 months later,
Exactly what the fuck she did.
shit like that was going on. Yeah, no. And this is the exact argument he made with like the pussy glistening, and it's just like, well, you're gay if you don't do it, and it's like, no.
That's not how that works.
That just means I have standards.
It's
No, it
just-
doesn't. It means your standards are wrong.
I'm sorry. So why didn't you smash Sarah then?
That sounds like a standard to me.
I mean, technically, if you want to be frank, she was in a hotel,
No,
pretty butt naked,
we're good.
pussy glistening.
We're good.
Legs wide open.
She said you can pay for it.
That's exactly what she did. No, she actually tried to charge me $300 for fucking.
I mean, the
That's a charge now.
Yeah, it's-
I mean, that was allegedly in Minecraft, but
What?
yeah, no.
it just the point I'm making though is if you're not attracted to the person,
It's a no-go.
then extra why the fuck would I be in a male female three-way with this person, which I believe the fucked up thing is the question I was asked, well, who would you be in it with? And I said the name, and it was like, okay, so what would that have been? They'd be like, okay, well, if this particular person had said that, what?
The female one. I know exactly what you're talking
No, I'm talking about a male female one, the one that I told you about.
about. Yeah, you're right.
And it's like, well, if this particular person was like, the only way I'll bang you is if your friend comes along, like, don't touch me and don't look me in the eye, let's fucking do this. But that's a very particular, certain level of person.
Oh yeah,
That's
bro.
very-
Listen. If she's attractive, I wouldn't mind doing that. Like I said, as long as I got one in, that nigga got the other. If he look at me, we fighting.
All right, so
I'm
what
not
if
doing
one's
that.
inside the asshole, one's inside the vagina? You feel
Yeah, no.
How do you decide who gets the asshole?
You switch, but not the same.
So truffle butter?
You don't do it the same end at the same time.
So
Like
one's in the vagina, one's inside the asshole.
One's in a mouth, one's in another hole.
I don't do that. I don't do that.
I'm like, how do you decide at that point?
This is who I said I would make that exception
Oh,
for.
fuck yeah. Oh, fuck yeah. I would.
Alright, so
Yeah.
I can see that.
last question.
And I was like, yeah, I take the L. Just don't look at me, don't touch me. We're fucking
So
going.
last question
But-
of the night here, right? If your mother was out there twerking, would you smack her ass and grab it?
What?
Yes.
Okay, bro. First of all,
No.
2 weeks ago you were like, "Our kid's attractive," and now
What?
Bruh.
That's out of
What did I
context.
miss?
That's out of context.
What did I miss?
That
A few weeks?
that was semi out of
That's
context.
way out of context.
It's not fully out of context.
How did you come up with this question?
But you see what I'm saying? He's landing in areas that shouldn't even be,
No,
an idea.
I already got that
Because
when.
this is not my idea. This is actually an event that actually happened with someone that's famous.
Well, I've done
Okay.
it to my mother. So
Like,
What?
okay, all
You're
right.
okay.
That's
You don't
that. It's different.
It's female
It's
with
different with a daughter and a mother having a comfort level. Yeah, no, that's funny.
Yeah,
but they're like,
with your son.
like that's funny. That
Oh, it was a son. See, you have to be
No.
specific. You just said mother.
Yeah,
no. Then that's why you were like, okay, cool. I'll egg my mom on. Fuck it. Like,
no.
all right, that's
Look,
funny.
Look, people throwing 20s. I'm gonna encourage this.
That's funny.
No
Whatever.
good male
Cool.
response though.
Hell no.
It was that quick.
I mean, when she said that, like, that's cool, but there's no way in fuck I'd be doing that.
That's just weird. That's like when you have like gas kissing son on the lips. It's a lot.
Oh hell no!
Exactly.
No. I wouldn't like it. If I wouldn't kiss my daughter.
That was no. It's the same shit. The daughter throwing shit at the mom throwing shit at the daughter. That's all funny hearsay, whatever. The son doing shit to the mom is the same as the dad doing shit to the daughter. If the daughter was on stage stripping and the dad starts throwing money and smacking his daughter's ass, it's the same weird shit.
So what I'm saying
Nope.
So what you're saying is fucking blasphemy, and it doesn't need to be said.
It doesn't. It really doesn't.
is, what ended up happening?
It really does. Where is this going?
I want to know what the story is.
So what ended up
behind this
happening
question.
was you look this up. There's a video of Kodak Black with his mom. And his mom
You
is
should have stopped that Kodak Black. That's explanation right there.
his mom was out there twerking, and he smacks and grabs his mom's ass and like jiggles that shit and everything else like that.
He was
right?
also in prison.
But so the funniest shit about this is that he comes out with a statement defending himself, grabbing and smacking his mom's ass. Where it comes out with, and these are his words, not mine. I'm gonna summarize them. I want my mother to feel cute and loved, so I'm gonna treat her like I treat my women.
Incest.
And with me treating her like I treat my women, she's gonna feel young and beautiful.
Hell no.
That's disgusting, bro.
Talking about people with wigs in their head.
I don't watch those type of pornos. That's disgusting.
Very interesting,
It
but
was
not
in
a real
anime
life
form.
form.
No.
No.
Yes. No.
In case y'all want to agree with me,
Yes,
and say none of them too.
Yeah. Fuck you.
No, thank you.
Like interesting porn line, but not real life.
Yeah, no, bro. No, hell no.
See, so we're all in agreement. Grab your mom by the pussy while she's out there.
I'm gonna throw up. You really want to see that pizza again? That fucking bad?
You went so south,
Bruh, yeah,
literally south.
This part is being cut out, bro.
I literally felt my stomach squeeze in.
We derailed more than the Metro train.
God.
That's disgusting, bro.
With that, I'll catch y'all later.
Yeah, that last